reinforces our Kaw Valley community's ongoing affirmation of interdependence. In 1910, when Teddy Roosevelt visited the Kaw Valley, Lawrence, Kansas, he came across a plaque that I mentioned during the dedication of the ship's bell: "The world of strife shut out, the world of love shut in." Now, when I was a undergraduate at KU in the early 60s, we sort of shortened that. We said, "Make love, not war." Some of you may have heard that. There's some songs about it. Casey, I think I left the stuff under my chair over there, but when you started this project, I promised you a membership in the National Eagle Scout Association, also known as NESA, when you completed your advancement requirements. I have a pin that goes along with the rest of the materials for that membership, but I want to give you some background. In 1959, over 50 years ago, I shared a stage like this with 5 other near peers at an Explorer Post 325 Court of Honor. You obviously have other near peers that have already preceded you, and I hope there will be many more that follow you. I don't recall what words or wisdom were shared, and you may not either in 2161, 50 years from now. However, be aware that your authentic sense of passion, persistence, and purpose will help open doors to future opportunities you may not now begin to anticipate or imagine. I'm going to share with you a couple of personal examples. The year after I got my Eagle Scout, I was president for a day at a place called Lewis Howe Labs in St. Louis, where I got my first glimpse of a computer. I went on to become a computer software professional later in my career. In 1965, as a senior at the University of Kansas, I was business manager of KU's Jayhawker magazine yearbook, another opportunity to influence and work with near peers. I didn't expect, and 5 years after that, 1970, I'd find myself aboard the USS Iwo Jima as assistant navigator during the mid-Pacific Ocean exercises to recover the NASA Apollo 13 command capsule. But the things that I did in the scouting program as an Eagle Scout prepared me for those challenges. Let's jump forward. I think you were born in 1966, right? Or 1996. My math is a little bit off. I'll just skip over some of the other stuff. So I decided that I'd make this a little bit more personal. Now, the one thing that you have to remember is that even eagles need a push. Now, I wore this particular sweatshirt because I want you to see the names on the back. I just celebrated the 50th annual Hangover Bowl in Kirkwood, Missouri with my near peers. I got to play sandlot football with the grandson of my scoutmaster, the great-grandson of my scoutmaster. Oh. So those relationships that you formed here as a part of your scouting experience are going to last many years, and they're going to pay back in many, many different ways. What I want you to remember, if nothing else, and I've probably shared this with you as we were working on the Ship's Bell project, that life's a scavenger hunt guided by a spirit with an uncanny sense of humor. Remember, luck is everything, but timing and good friends usually help. Now, when you were born, basically when you were about 6 years old, I was at a NESA dinner with the Viking Council in Golden Valley, Minnesota, that was mentioned to me by a near peer. And I ended up, as a result of that, becoming a district commissioner with the Dan Patch District, and also got to experience the birth of geoscouting at a Venturing Specific Youth Protection Training Program.